Okay, today's lesson is actually quite simple for the Sec 1 and Sec 2. Sec 1, you will learn something called simultaneous equation because that is what you are going to learn in Sec 2. And Sec 2, you are just doing a revision on simultaneous equation and also on Sec 1 percentage. Okay. Then I told you to write in, right? I told you all to write in last week some questions that you don't know and you found difficult. So got one student actually wrote in, all right, to ask me about some area and perimeter for parallelogram and all this. We'll discuss about that later. All right, we'll discuss that question later. All right, so let's begin the lesson. All right, and the lesson, right, you know, right, is supposed to be related to the computer aided assessment, the CAA. You're supposed to assess lesson 11 and try out the computer aided assessment. But I checked, all right, many of you, right, never go and attempt the what? Many of you never go and attempt the computer aided assessment. All right. For the secondary 1 and 2, if you want, right, you can actually on your video. It's perfectly okay. All right. So Sec 1, Sec 2, if you want to on your video to show yourself, it's okay. You can do it. Don't worry about that. All right. So you're supposed to actually go into your computer aided assessment and do what? And do those exercises. Many of you never. All right. That's the reason why we are going to practice those questions right now. Okay. And how it will go is that you must have an exercise book in front of you with your pencil and your calculator and all this. And I'll give you a timing. For instance, I'll give you this question and you must finish within how many minutes and all this. All right. Most of the questions are very simple, so you can actually try. Math is a topic whereby you have to really physically use your pen and your hand and go and practice a little bit one. Sometimes you listen, that's one thing. Listening is good. Another thing is also to practice next. All right, so now you have to practice. And once you got the answer, key into the chat. All right, then I can tell you whether you got it correct or you have to try it again. All right. Faminha, yes, I understand that. You sent me a message already. And thanks for coming. I think this is your first time, right? All right. So let's go into the lesson properly. Let's go. All right. So the things that you need, right, is your exercise book and all this. Oh, yeah, this worksheet. Don't worry about it. Later, I'll explain to you about the worksheet. And I told you, and some students wrote in about printing the worksheet. They find it so hard to print because of the color and all this. Okay, don't worry. I did something for you later. Later, I'll show it to you. Can? All right. So down here, please have your exercise book, your calculator, and also your attention and focus. Let's go. This is the first question. 1 minute for you. Good, Doreen. 1 over. Okay, time's up. All right, so just now that is like an example like that, whereby you are supposed to use your exercise book and start to write down the working. Some scribble, some working. All right, like what is what? The question is express 2 over 5% as a fraction in the simplest form. So you're supposed to scribble your answer and you're supposed to key into the what? The group chat. All right, the group chat, you'll be able to send a message privately to me and I will tell you whether are you correct or not. Just now, I say out that, you know, Doreen is correct, Jamaica is correct because they finished already. So they submitted the answer to me. This is how it works in future. All right, so you have to practice a little bit from now on. And after that, I will, of course, explain to you. Celestine and Minha, all right, is not the answer. All right, so don't worry about it. Just listen. Just listen for my explanation now. Okay? Okay, come. So they want, right, 2 over 5%. Sometimes if you are given what? If you are given, let's say 50%, what do? Tell me. All right, if you have something called 50%, what do? From percentage to a fraction, from a percentage to give to a fraction, what must you do? You must divide by 100. Do you know that? All right, from the percentage, right, the symbol to a fraction, you must divide by 100. Therefore, 50%, right, all right, can be written as what? Can be written as 50 over 100. Can you see now? So the 50 must be divided by 100. Shermaine, you're right, divide by 100. All right, so therefore, this one will give you a half. So remember, divide by 100, divide by 100. So your 2 over 5, what must you do? Divide by 100. So 2 over 5 must divide by 100 also. Like that, lor. Can you see not? So when they present it as a fraction, ayo, sure, I don't know what to do. It's actually the same idea. Can you see not? It's the same idea. Yeah. So they give you 50%, no problem, divide by 100. They give you a fraction. Totally, you're lost. Can you see not? So don't panic. The way of doing is still the same. Divide by 100. Press your calculator. What do you get? Oh, do you want to press calculator? Very good. You can say 2 over 5. Divide change to times. This is actually 100 over 1. You flip it. Becomes 1 over 100. What you do? Top times top, bottom times bottom. And reduce to the simplest term. 1 over 250. This is the fraction to the simplest form. Can you see or not? Yeah, that's simple lah. Can? Next question. Next question also 1 minute. Ready? Next question is 1 minute. Let's go. Okay, time's up. That's 1 minute, right? That is 1 minute. Okay, so some of you got it. Actually, most of you got it. All right, your answer is 2000%. Huh? Percentage can go above 100. Yes. All right, 2000% is the answer. So how do you do this question? They say what? Usually they will say express, right? Usually they will say express, let's say, express 5 cm as a percentage of what? 10 cm. Hey, this one I know. Express 5 cm as a percentage of 10 cm. Easy. This one means what? 5 over 10. When you see the word as a percentage, when you see these three words as a percentage, remember, times 100%, times 100%. All right, so this box, right, will bring out this box. Can? So what is 5 over 10 times 100? Oh, you can cancel 5 times. Oh, 50%. Ah. Easy, easy. But now the question, right, they purposely put the $3, a bigger number, in front of the 15 cent. Hey, but sure, one is $1, one is a cent. Cannot compare what? Yeah, you're right. So how? Change the dollar to what? To cents. Easier. So $3, right, can be represented as what? Can be represented as 300 cents. So cents compared with cents, that is perfectly fair. So you're supposed to express 300 as a percentage means what? As a percentage, primary 5, primary 6, you learn that. As a percentage means times 100%. All right, over what? 15. Oh, like that lah. Yeah. Sure, can. Can. All right, you have to be flexible. All right, don't have to always have the idea that what the numerator must be the smaller number. Don't always have this idea. It can be the numerator having the bigger number. This is called improper fraction. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah lah. So 3000 over 15 times 100. 300 over 15 times 100. All right, that will give you what? 2000%. Sure, percentage can go up to 2000. Yes. All right, it can be any number higher. All right, it's not 200. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man is 2000%. Yes, now it's correct. All right, Jamaica is 2000, correct. Can you see not? So easy question. You have seen this in P5, P6? Yes, you have. One more. All right, question 1C. Question 1C, 1 minute. Huh? Ready? Ready? Let's go. Okay, that is also another 1 minute. And Sammy, 830 is correct. All right. Before you, there's a lot of students also got the answer already. Think people like Doreen, Charmaine, Celestine. Yes, Spider-Man also 830. Very good job. All right. So next time, right, the lesson will be like that, whereby you have to practice already. Yeah. So once you practice, right, you can key the answer to me. All right. Then I will try to type it to you whether are you correct or wrong. Jamaica, 830. Fatmin, is 8:30, not 8:20. I think you type wrong. You type wrongly, right? It's okay. Try again. Can? All right. So this question very simple. P5, P6, right? Yes. Such question do comes out. Just to let you know from you for your Sec 1 exam and all this. All right. Your teacher will not ask you very difficult question. Not like the primary school branching method. Just now I was teaching branching method. So difficult one But now this one is a little bit much more easier. Don't worry. All right. Sec 1 work is okay one. Harry bought a bicycle in 2018. 1 year later, he sold it at a loss of 30%. Ayo. If at a loss means what? All right, in the beginning, it's 100%. If you sold it at a loss means 100% minus 30%, you are selling it at what? You are selling it at 70%. All right, you are selling the bicycle at 70%. Originally, it's 100%. You make a loss of 30%, means that you're selling it at 70%. Question say, 1 year later, he sold it at 581. So he sold it at 581. What does it mean? It means that the 70% represents the 581. Can you see or not? All right. You're selling it at 70%. You sold it at 581. So they are the same thing. 70% is 581. So can I find 10%? All right. You do something called rate here. 70, how to get to 10? You divide by 7 here. What you do on the other side? You divide by 7 also. Whatever you do on the left, you just do on the right. It's perfectly fair. 581 divided by 7 will give you $83. Can you see? But what's the question looking for? Calculate the price he paid for the bicycle in 2018. So you're looking for 100%. All right, you're looking for 100% here. So for 10, right, how do you get to 100? It's a multiplication of 10. Whatever you do on one side, please remember to do on the other side. And you times 10, your answer will be $830. Is that okay? Easy, right? All right. So question 1, okay, right? This question can be found in the Sec 1 computer aided assessment. All right, in lesson 11. All right, you're supposed to practice that. I wrote inside the class prerequisite that you're supposed to assess your account and practice it. But I think that many of you do not have the time because school reopened already. School got a lot of homework and all this. You do not have the time to practice. So now we practice now, okay? So please take out your exercise book and also a pen or pencil and start to practice a little bit. Then key the answer into the group chat. I will tell you whether are you right or wrong. Clear? Question 2, let's go. Question 2 is 2A, 1 minute. 1 minute, let's go. Okay, 1 minute has passed. Azza, you got it correct. Good job. All right. Spider-Man, a little bit missing a lot of zero. Shavani, you got it correct. Good job. All right. So some of you give me 12 million. So big number. Where got possible? All right. Let's take a look at this question together. For me, right, I like to do this. I like to translate the English to mathematics. I like to translate the English to mathematics. Check this out. Very useful. Trust me on this. What do you see? 0.068%. Every time you see the word percent, right, what can you do? Remember, we can what? From percent to fraction, or percent to decimal, we can what? Divide by 100. Celestine, 1165 is incorrect. Try again. Or now you listen to me. All right. So remember, from percent, right? Percent to what? Percent to decimal or fraction. What do? Just now I said already. We what? Divide by 100, right? Cannot. So this one, right, I purposely do this. I put as 0.068. Percent, what do? I write as over 100. Yes, Jethro. 12500. Jethro, something's wrong. Spider-Man, now is correct. All right, Jethro, something's wrong. Not enough zero. So 0.068, right, over 100, because the percentage can be written as a what? Fraction. Fraction means what? Over 100, right? When you see the word as a percentage, means times 100. Shermaine, you got it right. Jethro, you got it right this time. All right. When you see the word as a percentage, means you times 100. The opposite will be what? Divide by 100 lah. Okay. What's the meaning of off? Off means what? All right. This word, this white color, off. Off means what? Off means times. The number. Do you know the number? I don't know. Don't know, draw a box lah. Don't know, draw a box. What's the meaning of is? Is means what? Equal. All right. 85, just write 85 down here. So you are supposed to what? You're supposed to find the box. That's all. So you successfully translate the English wording to a math statement. So find the box. How do you find the box? Sure, down here is a times, right? Times you bring across will be what? Divide, correct. So 85 is still here. Don't disturb the 85. Times you bring across the equal sign becomes divide by what? 0.068 over 100. Do what? Press calculator lah. 0.068 divide 85 divide by 0.068 over 100. Answer will be what? 125,000. All right. So the answer down here will be 125,000. So remember, you are supposed to find the box. Find the number. The number is the box, right? All right. So this is the answer. All right. I use a different method. Okay. I divided 85 by 0. Yes, also can. To find 1%. Also can. Shivani. Okay. Don't worry. All right. But because for me, right, because in primary 5, primary 6, I teach this method. So I was hoping that Sec 1, Sec 2 people who maybe attended my lesson, they see a what? They see a similar thing. So they will feel more comfortable. Sec 1 is not as tough as what they think. Can you see or not? All right. So in a way, it's trying to encourage them that actually what I do in primary 5, primary 6 is still the same in Sec 1, Sec 2. Can you see that? Okay. So this method, English translate to mathematics. Good for you. All right. So this is, yes, I think that this is an easier method. All right. Because you see a sentence, you just simply translate it to a math statement. All right. And you can do that. Dretro say that we can do, okay. Yes. Okay. I see. All right. So if you still can get 125,000, that's good. All right. There's many methods one, so don't worry about it. All right. Ultimately, get the right answer. All right. Shivani, you didn't join this year. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. All right. So this is what I've been teaching primary 5, primary 6 also, just to let you know. Don't worry about it. Okay? All right. If you think that this method is useful, use it. Okay? Okay, next question. Question 2B. 2 minutes. Ready? Let's go. Okay, time's up. Spider-Man, don't have to keep trying. You're right. Celestine, 5.4. You're correct. All right. Spider-Man, you're correct, huh? Okay, I just typed wrongly just now. Okay, question 2B, right? Let's take a look at this question. Answer is 5.4 meter. If you got it wrong, can you please listen up? Can? So we have string X. So X is what? X is 3.8 meter. So this is the first clue given to me. Then what did they say? The length of Y is 135% of the length of X. Can you see it now down here? What do you do? What do you do? English translate to math. All right. So let's go and find the Y. Y, Y. What's the meaning of is? Is represents equal. 135%. 135%, I don't like the percent behind. Change it to fraction or decimal, right? So when you see the percent behind, it means what? 135 over 100. Can you see that? I say already, divide by 100. What's the meaning of off? Off means what? Off means times. The length of X. What is the length of X? The length of X is given as what? The length of X is given as 3.8 meter. Can you see or not? The beauty of what? English translate to mathematics. Y is 135% of the length of X. So every English word, right, I try to translate it into a what? Into a math statement. And down here, what you do? Press calculator. 135 over 100 times what? 3.8 meters. 513 over 100. You can write it as 5.13 what? 5.13 meters. Can you see that? All right. So 5.13 meter is for who? It's for Y. Now I not only have X, I have Y also. Y is equal to 5.13 meter. Yeah. What else? Okay, now you have to read the sentence. The English here, be careful. They say what? And 95% of the length of Z. Who is 95% the length of Z? Can you see or not? So you have to look at the sentence. The sentence started off with the Y. Can you see or not? We are talking about Y here. So the sentence is trying to say that Y is what? Y is 95% of the length of Z. All right. Can you see or not? That's not what the question is trying to say. All right. They are comparing Z with what? They are comparing Z with Y because Y is at the beginning of the sentence here. It's not about the X here. It's not about here. All right. The sentence means what? The sentence means this portion here. All right. This statement down here. Can you see? So you must know who you're comparing with. So Z is comparing with Y. So Y, 95% of the length of Z. Okay, once again, this 95%, what do you do? Don't panic. 95% can be written as 95 over 100, right? Some of you don't like the what? 95 over 100. Let's try to reduce to the lowest term. 95 over 100, reduce to the lowest term, 19 over 20. All right, so this is 19 over 20. Can you see? So down here, right, if you simplify it, right, is Y is what? 19 over 20 Z. Can you see? Y is 19 over 20 Z. Remember this is not primary school again. 19 refer to what? To the Y. 20 refer to the Z. Can you see? Y. Isn't Y 5.13 meter? Yeah, that is the length of Y. But down here, we're talking about units here. So Y is 19 units, right? All right, 19 units represents the Y, which is 1.53 meter. Can I purposely go and find 1 unit first? Sure. So 1 unit will be 5.13 divided by 19. Will it be a nice number? Try. 5.13 divided by 19. All right. It will give you a 2.7. 0.27. Not bad, what? Nice number. All right. It's not a lot of decimal and all this. So 0.27 meters for 1 unit. And you're looking for Z. Z represents 20 units, right? So down here, you write 20 units. Right, so 20 units is 0.27 times 20. And your answer will be, all right, answer will be 5.4 meter. All right, Celestine, you got it right, Spider-Man. And many of you got it correct. Can you see? Those who got it wrong is perfectly okay. Don't worry. That's the reason why you are here, all right, to learn. So don't worry if you get it wrong, keep trying. Don't give up. All right, so answer 5.4 meter. Is that okay? Okay, then we move on to question number 3. Ready? Okay, question number 3, 1 minute, 3A. Question number 3A, 1 minute. Let's go. and times up. Huh, so fast. Yeah. Actually, the one big paragraph, right? It's very long. 1320, Shivana. All right, Shivani, you got it. Good job. All right, answer is 1320. All right, Spider-Man, you got it also at the last second. Good job. Very fast. Jethro is wrong. All right, can you please check it out again? Or you listen to me. So down here, right, what happened? They say that the mark price or like the selling price of the tour package to China is 1412.40 cents. Hey, this one is inclusive of a 7% GST. What's the meaning of inclusive? Inclusive means what? It's on top of your 100%. You know that? So this one, right, is already got the GST, which means it is 100% plus 7%. All right, so total is 107%. All right, inclusive of GST. Yes, 100 plus 7. Yes, you got it. Okay, how much is the tour package to China, excluding, you don't want the GST? But remember, you must make a fair comparison, right? 107% is 1412.40 cents. So you do that first. 107% represents your 1412 and 40 cents. Can you see? Same, you must compare the same item and same item. So how? Find 1% first. All right, how do you find 1%? 107, how do you get to 1? Divide by itself. So down here, you must divide by 107. Do the same on the other side. 1412.40 cents divide by 107. Will it be a nice number? I hope so. 1412.4 divided by 107. Answer is $13.20. Question say what? Excluding the GST means it's at 100%. 100%. All right. So 100% will be what? From 1, how do you get to 100? Times 100. So 1, 3.20 cents times 100. And therefore, your answer is $1,320. Yeah, Shivani, you say that you read the whole thing, right? If you start to read the whole thing, right, it's so confusing, so long. How to finish in 1 minute? So sometimes, right, you read a little bit, you do a little bit. It's actually very useful. All right. So answer is $1,320%. Sorry, $1,320. This is excluding your GST. All right. Very good. Doreen said that she scanned through the whole thing and she picked up the necessary thing to answer part 1. That is also a good move. Can you see? Okay. Next portion, right? 2 minutes. All right. Next portion is 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I give you 3 minutes. Question 3A part 2. 3A part 2 is 3 minutes. All right. So here goes the 3 minutes. Okay, time's up. Time's up. Okay, this type of question very irritating because the GST how to handle. All right. Hey, remember, right? If you go to any shopping center, you buy things, right? You must know one thing. GST is always calculated when? At the end of the day. All right. So listen to me. All right. Those who never get 1080, please listen to me. So remember just now the 100% represents what? 100% represents the 1320. Remember that? You must work with this figure here. This figure is what? Without GST. All right. Remember that the GST must be calculated at the end of the day. Okay. So imagine that you go to this Natas fair. All right. They will not show you the 1412.40 already. All right, because that one is for the promotion, what? Before the Natas fair. The mark price of a tour package to China is this amount, inclusive of the GST before the Natas fair. Can you see or not? So now during this Natas fair, what happened? They will give you additional what? Discount. So your discount must be on what basis? Is it on the price with the GST? Cannot. All right, it must be based on the 100%. You cannot have the GST inside. Remember, the GST is only calculated one time at the end of the day. Why not add the GST at the start? You cannot do that because the goods and services tax, right? GST means the goods and services tax is on the final gross amount. All right, you cannot do it in front, then at the back, then if you have a discount, look, you're trying to say that your this amount here, 1412.40, right? All right, this amount, then you give a discount. Discount means you minus, So if you discount, right, you will discount on the tax also. The tax is not given to the company. The tax is given to the government. So you cannot say that the government give me a discount. Cannot. All right, it doesn't make sense. So remember that your this goods and services tax is what? Is the final calculation. All right. So down here, what do I do first? All right, you always look for the original price of the tour package first, which is at 100%. All right, without any GST. All right, without any GST. So your 1,320 is like the what? The price without GST. So now you go to the Natas fair, which is like a fair, like a fun fair or whatever fair. What happened? Right, they will give you a what? They will give you a 15% discount. So let's go and find the 15% discount first. So 15% discount is based on the what? Is based on this 1,320, excluding the GST. So times what? 1,320. Let's go and find out the discount first. So 15% is like 15 over 100 times 1,320. What do you get? Okay. You will get a number which is times 1,320. 198. What is this 198? This 198 is the discount. Be careful. This is the discount. So how much must I pay? All right, you simply take 1,320 minus your 198 first. All right, so how much must I pay as a normal customer? I'll have to pay $1122. Is that okay? All right, I have to pay 1122. This is called the discounted price. This is called a discounted price. The next level, the question says that I'm a what? The first 10 customer. I am the 7th customer. I am a 7th customer. What happened? They say that I got additional 10%, Nice. The 10% is on the discounted price. Okay, let's go and find this additional 10%. All right, let's go and find this additional 10%. All right, additional 10% means what? All right, the extra. The extra 10% represents what? 10% means 10 over 100 times what? On the discounted price, which is your 1122. Which is your 1122. Can you see? All right. So what is the 10%? Let me calculate. 10 over 100 times 1122. All right. It is your 112.20 cents. This is the discount. This is the extra discount. All right. So every number you must tell yourself a story. Is that okay? Then what do you do? All right. You take what? You take your 1122, which is your discounted price, minus, because you're the top 10, you're the top 10 who went to buy this package, minus 112.20 cents. All right, I'm doing it step by step. right? Some of you are easily taking what 85% lah, or you're taking even 90% and all this. All right. So 1122 minus your discount, that will give you your 1009.80 cents. This is what? Excluding GST, excluding GST. What did I say? GST must add one time at the end of the day. So now you have to add one time at the end of the day. All right. So the GST is based on this $1,009.80. So the GST is what? 7%. Oh, luckily now it's still 7%. All right. In future, it will go up for Singapore. Okay. So the 7%, right? How do you do? Some of you say, hey, Che, easily take what? 107 faster. Okay, let's do that. All right. So 107 over 100 times what? Times your $1,009.80. This will immediately give you your price with the GST. It's a faster method. All right, and that will give you a 1080.486. Can you see that? So if you can get this right, you have to round off to the what? Nearest dollar. Question say one, not I say one. Nearest dollar is 1080. All right, because 0.4. 0.4 is not good enough. 0.5, then you round up. 0.4 is still less than 5, so you maintain at 1080. And you tell our teacher that this is nearest dollar. Can you see? All right, so remember one thing. All right, your GST, okay? Please understand that it what? Add only one time at the end of the day. All right. Oh, Spider-Man said that he tried 1412 and 1320. Both had the same answer. Actually, in a way, I want you to have the correct thinking process. All right, because usually for GST is a one time at the end of the day. So for instance, right, if the question asks you like a restaurant setting, all right, things like what service charge lah, things like the restaurant give a discount lah and all this. The GST is always at the end of the day. So Spider-Man, you can say that both answer is the same because we are working with the same percentage here. The adjustment, right, is the same here. I totally understand. But you must understand one thing, the thinking procedure, the thinking concept, what comes first, what comes next, this is more important. So usually for this type of question, always go back to the source without the GST first. You start from that figure and you slowly work your way downwards in a logical manner. Once you get to the final answer, then you put in your GST one time. All right, so that is the proper thinking process. So that's the reason why I want you to take the 100% instead of the answer inclusive of the GST. Can? Even though the answer is correct, but the thinking procedure is not true. All right, so don't do it like that. All right, maybe a little bit troublesome, but the thinking process has to be the correct manner. It's just like you go to a restaurant. Okay, the restaurant, everything add up to what? Oh, the food itself is $100. The discount is on what? The discount is on the $100. Do you know that? All right. Then they say a service charge of 10%. The service charge is based on what? Can you see not? So all these little things you must know. The service charge, just to let you know, is based on the $100. All right, it's not based on the discounted price. So all this, you must have a logical thinking. So you must be able to work your way up, work your way down, work your way up again, work your way down again. And your GST, the GST stands for what? Goods and Services Tax. Goods and Services Tax. So does the GST include your services? Yes, it includes that also. So the GST must be calculated at the final step again. Can you see now? So the logical thinking is important, I feel. All right, that's the reason why I want you to do a little bit more extra. All right, hope you can understand the reason behind it. All right, so those who get 1080 with this proper step, good job for you. Can? All right, so now let's move on to the what? Let's move on to question 3B. Very fast on this one, very fast. 1 minute. Let's go. Okay, and the 1 minute up. Yes, everybody say why? Yes, very good. Y is the correct answer. Hey, X is wrong. Hey, X is wrong. Answer is Y. Okay, why is it like that? Okay, this is the working. Right, for test X, John scored what? 36 out of 44. Test Y, he scored 48 out of 56. Hey, which one is better? Because the basis of comparison is different. One is a 44 and one is a 56. How do you compare them? Not fair one. So what you do? You purposely change to what? You purposely change to a percentage. And when you change to a percentage, simply what? As a percentage, simply you just times 100. Very good. All right. Very good. Somebody just write times 100 when I say that. Times 100. All right. So you just times 100. What do? You work it out. All right. Because when you times 100, right, you're comparing the fractions in terms of a base of 100. All right. So that you can change it into a percentage down here. It is much more fairer in terms of comparison. So if you times 100, you get down here as 81 and what? As a mixed number? 81 and 9 over 11. The other one is 48 over 56 times 100. You get 85 and 5 over 7. So which test did John do better? Obviously, it's test Y. Because test Y, he received 85 and 5 over 7%. You see not? Do a times 100 for each of them, correct. All right. Doreen, Y is correct, but why? Oh, I think you're trying to joke with me. Why? Okay. All right, so that's the reason why. So Y is correct. Okay, so answer for 3B, okay, right. Change the basis to 100 simply times 100% to find the percentage and make a fair comparison. All right. Some of the students, if you need to leave, it's okay. You can leave already. But just to let you know, right, this worksheet, right, don't worry. All right. This worksheet will be available on our website 2 days later. All right. 2 days later. So the part to be printed, right, let me just go through quickly with you first. Okay. Now it's the break time. So let me show you. Let me show you where to print. Can? All right. Just stay with me for a while. Okay, so later we are going into the Sec 2 work. Sec 2 work is about simultaneous equation, very simple, so don't worry. All right, we'll go through all these questions. All right, and all these questions are again from where? All these questions are again from the Sec 1 lesson 11 and Sec 2 math lesson 11 from our 88 tuition package, just to let you know. All right, and if you have any questions that you want to ask, right, you can actually WhatsApp me at this number. Got one student already WhatsApp me the question already, that's why I put it inside our website. Okay. So down here, this is the part. Okay, this is the part whereby I have put it for you for printing. It's in black and white, so you don't have to print it in color. So all these questions are the questions that we had gone through. So if you want to practice or you want to print it out to work it out again, you can actually do it. All right. So this will be available in our website under class notes. Class notes. All right. So you'll be in a PDF file. So all this will be in a PDF file. Okay. So when you open the file, right, you will go into this portion. You can actually click the print. When you click on the print button, right, you print from pages what? Print from pages 16 to 29. All right. Print from pages 16 to 29 and please press on the save ink or the toner portion. Click on the multiple and click two PowerPoint on one piece of paper. Look at here. Look at this sample. So on top got one and below got one. So this is called 2 on 1. All right. Click it on what? Print on both sides of the paper and click on the landscape button and press the print button. All right. Then you'll be able to print out the worksheet. All right. This is just for you. All right, because the last week, some people complain, hey, it's still in color and all this. Then you don't want to waste the ink and all this. It's perfectly okay. So this one, I purposely put it is black and white for you already. So you just click on the print button. So this one is just for those who wants a copy of what is happening today. You want to practice again, go ahead. All right. And once again, this recording is recorded. All right. So this recording will be placed in our website again. So you can just click on it and rewatch it again. So for those who are leaving already because forgot some dinner and all this, please go ahead. You can come back to this recording again and to catch the second part of it. Is that okay? All right. So you will not miss anything. All right. See you. Bye-bye. All right. So for the Sec 2 work, are you ready? All right. Supposed to be your break time, all right? But you never go for your break, right? You were listening to me, right? So now let's go back to our worksheet. Okay. So today for Sec 2, right, we are doing something called what? Simultaneous equation. Okay. And what is the meaning of simultaneous equation? Have we done this type of question before? Actually, we have. All right, we have done this type of question before. All right, in where? Primary 5. Primary 5 got simultaneous, yes. All right, but the teacher tried to camouflage it, try to blend it in with what? Blend it in with easy primary 5-like question. All right, but it's actually a simultaneous equation in Sec 2. How does the question look like? Something like that. Spider-Man, you are in Sec 1, so should I exit? No. If you want, you can listen. All right, you'll be learning this in Sec 2. If you can learn it now, what's wrong with it? All right, and on top of this, right, I'll teach you how to use your calculator to get to the answer. So there's some extra tricks to it. So if you can, do stay for the lesson. I mean, we are still early. We still got half an hour, all right, into the lesson. Can? Okay, so what's happening down here, right? Maybe you got hear this before in primary 5, primary 6. What, 2 pencil and 3 pens cost $5. What is the, then they give you a sentence. They'll say that 5 pen and maybe 7 pencil cost $10. What is the cost of 1 pen and one pen and 1 pencil? Something like that. All right. This is actually simultaneous equation. All right. So can you try to do this question? Okay. Maybe before you try, let me just explain on one of these questions first. For the Sec 2, right, you already know how to do already. All right. But for the Sec 1, I think this is something new to you. Let me just show it to you one time first. All right. So I will do it one time. So down here can be what? Oh, 3a minus 6b is equal to a negative 3. What's the meaning of solving? Solving means you have to find the unknown. So in this case, right, what is the unknown? Right, in this case, it's your a and b. So you're supposed to find what is a and find what is b. All right, so that is the what? That is the question here. Okay, so I'm just going to do one question. Question 2 and 3 maybe for you to try. Can? All right, so down here, 3a minus 6b is equal to minus 3. Can you see that everybody got what? Everybody got a 3 timetable inside. So I purposely call this like equation 1 and I call this equation number 2. Okay, so from equation 1, right, what can I do? I can actually do something called divide by 3 throughout. What's the meaning of divide by 3 throughout? Means everybody you divide by 3. Can. So 3a, you divide by 3 is a what? 3 divided by 3 is a 1 what? Minus 6, negative 6 divided by 3. Negative 6 divided by 3 is a negative 2b. Equal to what? Negative 3 divided by, negative 3 divided by 3 is what? Negative 1. Can? Can. Because everybody got the multiples of 3 inside. So you purposely make the number smaller. All right, so Doreen give me the answer as b equal to 2. Correct. Good job. Okay, so 1a minus 2b equal to negative 1. This is for equation number 3. So do understand that equation 3 comes from equation number 1. All right, because they are linked. I divide by 3 throughout 1. A is 3, Celestine. Correct. All right, so equation number 2, I write it down here. All right, it's 1a minus 1b is equal to 1. This is equation number 2. So now I do a comparison. All right, I purposely compare 1a and 1a. Are they the same? Yes, they are the same. So I want to try to get rid of the 1a. So the only way to get rid is to minus. All right, the only way to get rid is to minus. Is it true that 1a minus 1a is 0a? Yes. So what do? Now for the b, be careful. This minus belongs to 2b. So you write it as minus 2b minus, all right, minus 2b minus the negative 1b. All right. So you take the top minus the bottom. Minus 2b minus 1b is equal to the top is what? The top is a negative 1. The top is a negative 1 minus the bottom, which is a 1. All right. So here you try to simplify, you try to solve, to try to solve for your b. Minus 2b minus minus will give you a what? Sec 1, you know this, what? Minus minus is a plus, what? So minus 2 plus 1 is equal to minus 1b. Minus 1 is a minus 2. So how do you find b? Remember your objective is to find a and find b. So b will be equal to what? All right, b will be equal to minus 2 divided by minus 1 to give you a 2. Once you got b as 2, yes, Azar, you got correct. Substitute what? Substitute b equal to 2 into equation what? You can substitute into equation 1, 2, or 3. It all gives you the same answer. So if you put it into equation 2, A minus B, B is what? B is a 2, is equal to 1. What is A? Minus 2 you bring across is a plus 2. 1 plus 2 will give you a 3. And therefore, you write to your teacher, A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 2. This is your final answer. Can you see? All right. So that is the way to do it. All right. Hey, Spider-Man, you cannot simply just take 3A minus 6B minus A minus B. If you do that, right, your A and B will still be there. All right. You want to get rid of something first. So in this case, I purposely try to get rid of my A first. When I get rid of my A, I'm left with a B. Having a B alone is easier to solve. All right. This method is actually called elimination method. Can? Okay, for Sec 2 student, can I teach you a method for Sec 1 also? All right, if you are using calculator, right, you can actually use your calculator to get to the final answer so that you can check your work to say that your answer is 100% correct. All right, those Sec 2, Sec 1, if you have your calculator, can you please take it out? All right, I'm using the latest Casio FX97 SGX. All right, Casio FX97 SGX. If you are having this calculator, press with me. All right, you have to look for something called EQN. EQN stands for the equation. Okay, so you press manual. All right, you press manual in this calculator. The equation for this calculator, you press number 5. Number 5 is your equation. Press 5. Number 1, they say simultaneous equation. Number 2, they say polynomial. This topic is called simultaneous equation, right? So you press number 1. Now they ask you how many unknowns. There are 2 unknowns, 3 unknowns, or 4 unknowns. This one, there's only A and B. Means there's only 2 unknowns. So you press number 2. So here you have to press accordingly. All right. Can you see the number in front of A and B? Can you see the number in front of A and B? So down here, right, in front of A is a 3. In front of B is a minus 6. And down here is a negative 3. The second equation, in front of A, never right is a 1. In front of B, never right is a negative 1. And down here is a positive 1. So what you do? All right, you press with me. If you're using this calculator, press 3, press equal. Press negative 6, press equal. Press negative 3, press equal. It will go into the next equation. Next, you press 1, press equal. Press negative 1, press equal. Press 1, press equal. Press equal again. Can you see not? They will say that the x is 3. Your calculator don't know that you're looking for A and B. So in this case, your A represents your x, your B represents your y. So your x is 3 means that your A is 3. Is it correct? Yes, correct. You press equal again. Y is 2. Y is 2 means what? B is 2. Is it correct? Yes, it's correct again. Can you see now? So your calculator actually gives you the what? The way to get to the final answer. But remember, your working step is still important. So what you do, to get back to the normal mode, you must press manual, press 1. Okay? So this is for the Casio FX97 SGX. Some of you are still using the FX96 SG Plus. All right, FX96 SG Plus. So what do? For this one, right, you also look for something called the equation. All right, if you're using this calculator, press the mode. All right, press the mode. Number 1 is COMP. That's like computer. Number 2 is statistics. Number 3 is equation, EQN. Press number 3. Press 3. So down here, you're looking for 2 unknowns, A and B, but your calculator don't have A and B. Got only X and Y. So X and Y is what? Oh, can you see number 1? Number 1 is A and X plus B and Y. X and Y, what? So you click number 1. Same thing. The numbers, right, you see in front of the A and B, just key in. Press 3, press equal. Press negative 6, press equal. Press negative 3, press equal. It will jump to the next equation. Press 1, press equal. Press negative 1, press equal. Press 1, press equal. Press equal again. Again, your answer X is 3. Your calculator cannot give you A and B, so your A represents your X, which is a 3. Is it correct? It's correct. Next, press equal again. Your Y is 2. That means your B is 2. Correct again. Can you see? So if you are using this calculator, all right, you can actually get to the answer quickly. How to get back to the normal mode? Press 1. It's back to the normal calculator mode. All right, some of your calculator, right, do not have that function. All right, Azad, you have FX 85 ms, is it? All right, 85 ms. Maybe you can click on the manual or the mode and look for the word EQN. Is there an EQN? Because some calculator don't have this function. My advice to you is to get a calculator that has this EQN function. All right, because eventually in Sec 4, you'll be taking the O-level exams. And all this calculator is supposed to be your best friend. It's supposed to get to the answer for you so that you can check with your final answer, is it correct or not. So use the calculator as a checking tool. All right. The same as the second one. I think so. Yeah. Because they are both Casio, you see. So the way of getting the way of the steps is more or less the same. All right. So Sherman, you're confused with what? The steps. Are you using a Casio? All right. If you're using a Casio, it's okay. All right, you can use this. Some of you using Canon. Canon, maybe you have to check whether got this extra EQM button or not. Equation. Look for the equation button. Can? All right. Sharp calculator. Anyone having sharp calculator? All right. So if you're having a sharp calculator also, you can press on the mode button. Mode. All right. After you press on the mode or the manual button, they will ask you normal stats or equation. Look for the equation EQN or the equation, the word spelled out. Press number 2 for the equation. All right, for the sharp calculator. Then they will ask you 2 value, 3 value. Simultaneous is a 2 value. 2 things, what? A and B or X and Y. So you press the 2 value. In this case, press 0 for the sharp calculator. Same thing, you press the number in front. Press 3, press equal. Press -6, press equal. Press -3, press equal. Press 1, press equal. Press -1, press equal. Press 1, press equal. And your answer, X is 3, Y is 2. Can you see now? So the X means A, the Y means B, also can. So most of the calculator, if you have the EQN function, you can do it. So use it as a checking purposes. So press mode, press 0 is back to your normal calculator. All right, so sorry, I only got these 3 calculator. All right, I don't have all the brands in Singapore. All right, so if you have these 3 brands and I have asked you to do it step by step, you should be able to follow one. Can? Okay, so let's move on to question number 2. All right. Can you try this? All right. 2 minutes for you to try this. Okay, let's go. Okay, 2 minutes is up. All right. So this question, what do you do? All right. Got 2 students got it. Good job, Doreen and Shivani. All right. So down here, right, again, what should I do? My objective is to try to get rid of one of the alphabet, either A or B. Looking at B, right, can you see now? This one is all decimal. So irritating. So what do? I purposely what? Try to bring everybody to a whole number. How?
0.3, 0.7. Can I do something? All right, I do something called multiply by, all right, this one is called equation 2 lah, huh? We call this equation 1. All right, this symbol means equation 1, equation 2. Yes, times 10. So I purposely ask equation 2 to times 10 throughout. What's the meaning of throughout? Means everyone must times 10. Okay, so I can say that from equation 2, what happened? Okay, I need to times 10. 0.7 times 10, 7. Yes, it's a whole number. I like it. 0.3 times 10. Yes, 3b is a whole number. I like it. Minus 1.2 times 10. Wow, it's a whole number also. Negative 12. So this one I call it equation 3. So 3 comes from equation 2. All right. So it's easier to compare. Lah. But down here, right, equation 1, I look at equation 1. There is a 9b down here. Tempting. Can I purposely make my 3b to become a 9b? So that when 9b and 9b, what happen? It will disappear. All right. 9b and 9b, it will disappear. So I purposely what? I purposely times what? Times 3 throughout for this one. Yeah, just now, if I know right, I should have what? Times 30 lah. But it's okay, step by step. All right, Azhar minus 3 is correct. A is correct. All right, so I purposely times 3 throughout. So down here, everybody times 3. 7 times 3, 21A. 3 times 3, 9B. Negative 12 times 3, negative 36. All right, this one, equation 4. So ultimately, equation 4 comes from equation 2 still. So this is like your heading. Can you see? So now I purposely bring down equation 1 so that I can make a fair comparison. Equation 1 is 8a plus 9b is equal to a 3. This is equation 1. So I'm making a comparison with equation 4 and 1. So what do you do? All right, Charmaine, right? So 9b and 9b, what you do? Try to get rid of it. How? Less it out lah, less it out. So you want to get rid of the 9b and 9b, you minus it away. All right, so 9b minus 9b, no more. That is what you want. So what happens for the A? You have to take 21A minus the 8A. All right, so remember it's top minus bottom. So negative 36 minus 3. Top minus bottom. 21 minus 8 is what? Oh, better press calculator, I scared. All right, 21 minus 8 is 13. Okay, 13A. Down here is 13A. Minus 36 minus 3, oh, minus 39. A will be equal to negative 39 divided by 13. And therefore, your answer will be A is equal to negative 3. Answer. But you got A already. Go and find B. All right. So you can say substitute into what? Either equation 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. Maybe substitute into equation 1. Just for fun. 8A means what? 8 times negative 3 plus 9B is equal to a 3. Negative 24 plus 9B is equal to a 3. 9B will be equal to 3 plus 24. Okay, and therefore 9B will be equal to a 27 and B will be equal to a 3. Can you see? So give a last statement. Tell our teacher that A is negative 3 and B is 3. That will be perfect. Is that okay? Okay? Yeah, this is for question 2. Let's go into question 3 together, shall we? All right, 2 more questions only. Question 3 and 1 more question from the student. All right. So question 3 is talking about this one. Seen this before or not? Yeah. All right. In primary 5, we have done this before. They are talking about pencils and erasers. So down here, right, I'm very lazy. Let me say all the pencils as a P. Can? Erasers as a E. So down here, I can say let the number of pencils be a P. All right. And now here, let the numbers of erasers, right? Or actually, they're talking about the cost. Oh yeah, let the, not the number, let the cost of pencils be $P and the cost of what? The cost of eraser be $E. All right. So better to have a good how to say, good writing like this. What's the answer for number 2? Answer for number 2, A is negative 3 and B is 3. All right. And Doreen, 60 cents is for pencil, correct? Okay. So down here, right, my advice to you is to tell a teacher, what does the P represent? Oh, P is actually the price of the what? Price of the pencil. All right. And E is the price of the eraser. So at least with this statement, your teacher will understand what you mean. And the eraser is 20 cents. Doreen, you're right again. All right. Question is asking for a total. So your final answer should be 80 cents. Okay. So down here, you can actually say what? Oh, 5 pencil. 5 pencil. All right, 5 pencil means 5p lah. All right, plus what? 3 eraser, 3e, equal to what? $3.60. So I purposely don't want to write the dollar sign lah, huh? Very, very long-winded. Then the second clue, 3 pencil, and n means plus, 4 eraser, 4e, equal to what? $2.60, like that. See, I got two equations already. This is called equation 1, and this is called equation 2. So you have to make a decision. Who do I get rid of? Do I get rid of the pencil or do I get rid of the eraser? Make a decision. So maybe you say, okay, let's try to get rid of the pencil. All right. So if you want to get rid of the pencil, right, these two numbers must be of the same number lah. One is a 5, one is a 3. Cannot get rid, right? All right, must be the same number. So how you think of the common multiple? So 5 must times 3 to give you a 15. 3 must times 5 to give you a 15. 15 is the lowest common multiple. Okay, so from equation 1, you tell your teacher, from equation 1, what happened? Everybody times 3. So 5p times 3 is a 15p, plus 3 times 3 is a 9e. $3.60 times 3. Uh-oh, this one no battery. 360 times 3, that will give you a $10.80. All right, then from equation 2, what happened? Everybody times 5. Everybody times 5. So 3 times 5 is what? 15p. 4 times 5 is 20e. And $2.60 times 5 will give you a $13. All right. Can just 5p plus 3e minus 3p plus 4e? Oh, but that one, then will you get the total cost? All right, actually you can do it. Then you can get another equation to read. It's okay. All right, but this method is more on the Sec 2. We talk about something called elimination method. All right, so elimination method, we try to make what? We try to make the p the same first. Okay, I want to refer back to what your school will teach you lah. If you're in Sec 1, your school will teach you this in Sec 2. Okay, so the idea here is to get rid of the what? Yes, one pencil is 60 cents. Shavani, got it, got it. So 15p and 15p, you want to get rid of it. So you need a what? You need a minus sign to get rid of the p, right? All right. So the top minus the bottom. So this is called equation 3, and this is called equation 4. So 15p minus 15p, gone. That is what you want. So now I take the what? Equation 3, 9e, minus the 20e, the top minus the bottom. $10.80 minus the $13. All right, I will get a negative number. It's okay. So what is 9 minus 20? That will give you a negative 11e. Negative number. It's okay. $10.80 minus 13. That will give you a negative 2.2. You're looking for E, right? So what must you do? E is equal to, down here is a multiplication. If you bring across, it's a division. Negative 2.2 divided by negative 11. All right, and that should give you a answer of 0.2. So E is 20 cents, 0.20 cents. Can you see? So now if you have 0.20 cents for E, can you go find pencil? Sure. You substitute what? Substitute E as 0.2 into what? Let's say equation number 1. All right, just for fun. So 5p plus 3e. E is what? All right, E is 0.2 is equal to 3.60 cents. 5p plus 0.6 is equal to 3.60. 5p will be equal to 3.6 minus 0.6, and that will be equal to a 3. And therefore, your 1p will be 3 divided by 5, which is a 60 cents. All right. Hey, what's the question looking for? Question is looking for the total cost of one pencil and one eraser. Hey, on top, no space really. So the total cost will be equal to what? One eraser is 20 cents, and one pencil is 60 cents, and therefore your answer will be 80 cents. Is that okay? All right, this is your Sec 2 work. Yes, 0.8 Azar, you got right. All right, this is called elimination method. All right, whereby you purposely make one of the item the same so that you can get rid of it. That's called eliminating. Cool? All right, and one last question. This is from a student. All right, maybe can give you 3 minutes to think about it. 3 minutes, Okay, time's up. Okay, last question. So this one, only one student got it correct. All right, answer is 40 square centimeter. 40 square centimeter. All right, one of the students asked me a very interesting question. What is the meaning of 2CG equal to GF? This is the very important part you need to know. Okay, so to me, right, what's the meaning of 2CG? It means that down here, right, inside GF down here, the length of GF consists of 2CG. So if CG is like that, right, one of this circle, right, this is like oval, the one circle is CG. Inside my GF, right, got two of this, one here and two here. Can you see? Can you see? So if I call this portion a 1 unit, all right, this entire thing will be 3 units. Is that true? All right, so that is the meaning of 2CG is equal to GF. Inside GF, there's two parts of CG. There are two pieces of length CG. So this portion, you have to understand that. Okay? And the only clue that they give you is what? The area of what? The area of a triangle. How does the area of triangle help me here? So don't worry, use it. That's the only like number you have. What? Area of triangle CDF. How do you find the area of triangle? Half times base times height. Okay, half times base times height. So we are looking at triangle CDF, right? Can you see that triangle CDF is the green triangle? All right. Can I call this portion my base? All right. Can I call this portion here my base? This purple portion? The base is here. And this red color 3 units is actually my height. That is the triangle, right? All right. So I can actually put into my what? I can actually put into my this equation here. What is the area of triangle CDF? CDF is 60, right? Down here I write 60, cannot. I just exchange the English word for the number. Half is half. What's the base? The base is the purple base, which is what? CD. Oh, so the purple base is called base CD, can? Base CD. Times the height. Oh, what's the height? The height is what? The height is a 3 units. Okay. All right. Let me write it as a 3 units here. 3 units. Can you see? All right. So I purposely want to look for my base CD. I want to find my base CD. All right, because they give me the 60 right for a reason. All right, and I got the rest of the information. Can I purposely go and find my base CD? So what do you do with the times half? You bring it across. So what is 60 divided by half? Many of you will be thinking 30 is incorrect. 60 divided by half is not 30. You can press your calculator. If you press your calculator, 60 divided by half is 30. I give you some credits. But it's not. All right. Times half you bring across is divided by half. 60 divided by half is what? Is 120. All right. So what is left down here? Down here is left the base CD times 3 units. U stand for units. 60 divided by half is 120. It's not a 30, please. All right. So be careful. Times 3 units. So I want to find base CD, right? So can I purposely bring my times 3u across? If I bring my times 3u across, it will be a divide. So 120 divided by 3 units. That is my base CD. Okay, what's the question looking for? What's the question looking for? Question is saying, find the area of parallelogram ABCD. Wow, how to find the area of parallelogram? Yeah, should be okay. So the area of parallelogram, right? ABCD. Do you know the formula? It's actually base times the perpendicular height. Do you know that? Base times the perpendicular height. That is to find the area of parallelogram. And the base is, can I use my base CD? Can I use this base CD? All right, and the height, right? The height, isn't it the 1 unit down here? Can you see down here? It's the 1 unit. All right, the height is down here. Can you see down here? So this is like the height here. So my base is the base CD. My height, my perpendicular height is like the 1 unit. All right. So what do I do? All right. So I can simply put in my base. All right. Base CD is what? Is given as 120 over 3 units times my height, which is 1 unit. The red color 1 unit times 1 unit. All right, this 1 unit is actually 1 unit over 1 What do? In primary school, you learn this one. Can cancel, you cancel, right? So the units and the units can cancel. All right. Top times top, 120 times 1 is 120. Bottom times bottom, 3 times 1 is 3. And therefore, your answer is 40, what? 40 cm squared. And that's the way you do it. Can you see the flow of the information? All right. Cross multiply, actually it's top times top, bottom times bottom. It's a normal multiplication. Don't use the word cross multiply. Because cross multiply, it means something like that. Cross multiply simply means like A over B is equal to 2 over 3, something like that. Then you cross multiply like that. This is my method of cross multiplication. So 2 times B is 2B, A times 3 is 3A. This is called cross multiply. So I don't use the term cross multiply that easily. All right, this is my concept of cross multiply. All right, so this one is just extra information lah. Can? Somebody asked me what's the meaning of cross multiply. So that is my concept of cross multiplication. Okay, but it's not relevant to this question, just to let you know. Okay, so down here, right, you are just doing a simple multiplication, 120, top times top, bottom times bottom. Is that okay? All right, so that's how you present your answer for this type of question also. Presentation is very important. Answer is 40. Can? My advice to you, right, if you have question you want to discuss about, can you please send in also, so that other of your classmates down here, right, will be able to expose to those questions. Can? So if you have a question, right, do send in to me at this WhatsApp number, 89330213, or you can actually do what? You can actually email me. All right. Which type of question can we use for cross multiplication? Okay, for me, right, if the question gives me like that, all right, question say A over 2 is equal to 1 over 3, something like that. They say solve for A. How do you solve for A? All right, I can cross multiply. 3 times A is a 3A, equal to 2 times 1 is a 2. Therefore, A is equal to, in between the 3A is a multiplication. So times you bring across is a divide. So 2 over 3. Can you see that? So this is my concept of what? This is my concept of cross multiplication. When there is an equal sign in between two fractions, you can cross multiply. All right. Yes. So it's like something equal to something. But to be more clear, it's a fraction equal to a fraction. Then you can cross multiply. That's according to my idea of cross multiplication. Because I think some teachers, they use this word cross multiplication very easily. So I do not know what is the meaning of their thinking of a cross multiplication. All right. For me, my cross multiplication means a fraction. All right. A fraction equal to another fraction. Then you can cross multiply to what? To make it into a single line. That's the reason why people cross multiply. All right. That is my thinking. Okay. So we must have a basic understanding of what is the term cross multiplication, because different teachers, they might use this term very differently. All right, so I'm just explaining to you what I mean by cross multiplication. A fraction equal to a fraction, then we cross multiply. Yes, this is my term. Okay, so next time we can better communicate like that. All right, so as I say, right, if you have questions, do send it in so that we can discuss. I'll put it into the live lesson, and actually you can try practicing some questions from your classmates and all this. Okay, all right, and that's it for this lesson. All right, as I told the rest of the class just now about printing, so you can actually print these worksheets out. Okay, so all these are what we have discussed just now. So if you want, right, you can actually practice it again without looking through the answer. All right, then after you practice really, then you check with the answer, lor. Can? Okay, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, Shivani, don't worry. All right, so again, the printing procedure, all right, on the PDF, all right, if you click on the file, it will bring you to something called a PDF. All right, then you click on the print button, and this is supposed to be your selection. All right, so choose the things like save ink, choose the thing like 2 PowerPoint slides on one piece of paper, and better still, print on both sides so that you can have one piece of paper got 4 PowerPoint slides. All right, save a little bit of ink if you are thinking of printing. All right, if you're not thinking of printing, it's perfectly okay. Don't worry. All right, we have covered through all these questions already. All right, ultimately, is if you can fully understand, that would be best. All right, and that's it for this lesson. I hope that you have learned something here. All right, so Sec 2, just take it as a revision. Sec 1 and elimination method you have done already. And Sec 1, look forward. You'll be doing this in Sec 2 also. Okay? And the calculator method, do try to press your calculator. Your calculator is your friend. So your friend is there to help you, all right, to give you the correct answer. Azhar asked me for question 3B, why do I multiply by 107%? All right, for question 3B, right, reason why I times 107% is because they want the entire price inclusive of the GST, because the GST must be added one time at the end of the day. All right, so what can I do actually? What can I do actually is I can, this portion, right, Azhar? All right. So my $1,009.80, this is excluding your GST. This is don't have GST. So how do you find the GST? Okay, then the step-by-step working. Let's go and find the GST. GST is 7%, right? So I purposely go and find 7%. 7% what? 7% means 7 over 100. This is just purely GST. So 7 over 100 of what? Of your $1,009.80. All right, how do you find the GST? You find 7% of 1,009.80 cents. What do you get? 7 over 100 times 1,009.80 cents. So down here, the GST alone is $70.686. This is just the GST alone. What is the total that you have to pay? Oh, I have to pay $1,009.80 plus the $70.686. So I take this number and plus 1009.8. And the answer is 1080.486. Is it the same step or not? Is it the same answer? It's not the same step, but is it the same answer? It is the same answer. So this portion here, right, down here, right, is actually a faster way of getting the answer. If not, you have to do every single step, like very long-winded like that. Can you see not? So this portion, can you see not? I'm doing every single step. It's very long-winded until I got not enough space now. So if you can actually learn to do a little bit faster. Immediately find the 107%, because 107% includes the what? Includes the 7% GST. So that's the reason why I multiply by 107%. All right, hopefully I answer your question. Cool. All right, that's all for this lesson. All right, if anything, you can actually WhatsApp me. All right, if you have any other questions. If not, I will see you in our next lesson. All right, try to send in some questions so that we can discuss. If not, then then we'll be doing questions that is actually in the computer-aided assessment. Cool. All right, and that's it for today. And in the meantime, continue to stay safe and be safe at home. Don't anyhow run if don't have to. All right. Be good and don't be naughty, people. Bye bye.